Hi, good afternoon, welcome. This is Julian, your French realtor in Vancouver. Happy New Year. Um, Hope all the best, health and success for you, your loved ones, your family, your kids, your friends, your colleagues. Um, and let's dig into the market stats for the month of December 2016. So I noticed that the population of Vancouver is overwhelmed with a lot of numbers coming from everywhere, and the media, they like that because it's a little bit sensational, a bit dramatic. So real estate being connected to emotions, it makes sales for them, and it's good for their advertisement space and prices. But at the end of the day, 2016 has been very eventful for the real estate that we live in on the federal level, provincial level, and local level. So I just want to show you one number right here, which is minus 1%, which is the residential composite home price index on 1 month change. So we have those documents available from the Real Estate Board of Vancouver, and here I highlighted on the top right yellow that when you look at the residential composite home price index, which basically takes all the properties, townhomes, detached, condos from everywhere in the Lower Mainland, then they come up with an index, and that index on a month-to-month basis. So if you look at November to December, prices have decreased by 1%, and also highlighted that the 3 months change is minus 2.7%. So if you wonder what is like the real short-term vision approach to the cost of real estate, then this is your answer. Also, I highlighted the 1 year change, which is 20.1% for the residential composite. So it still on a year change, it improved dramatically. To give you my standard, if a real estate market, residential real estate market, improves every year by, let's say, 3 to 6% per year, it's great. You know, it's stable. It's going in the right direction, and it's actually healthy. 20%, it's still a lot, and in 2016, that's, I think, why the different body of regulations wanted to counter is like the overheating of the real estate market we live in, because we were seeing big numbers. Close to 30% increase over a year, which is a lot. So coming back to our presentation, if you look at from what happened last month, the price of the residential real estate has decreased by 1%. And then I want to touch base quickly about what's going on in the media, because again, media are using real estate to sell their space in the audience grabber. So on the same day or from one day to the next, right here we have the province on January 3rd. It said assessment values for BC condos and townhomes rising in double-digit percentage. So this one is telling you, okay, well, the real estate is rising tremendously. And then the following day on CBC News, we have, Vancouver real estate sales fall, but prices only inches downward. So you see, like, they come up with those headlines that is just meant to confuse us, and we need to take that with a little bit of distance, and to look into it, to read those documents and those articles, and take what is the real information and what is the number they're talking about, because you can make numbers talk to serve your purpose. So in that case, media is a great source of information. I am myself a big reader, but I always like to confirm my source and to know what is the core of that headline. So what is the core of the intent for those people to do such. So please be careful when you hear headlines, read headlines, and hear people talking about real estate prices fluctuation, because we can talk about the amount of sales that is happening. So then we can talk of the price of a standard home, but the price of a standard home can be a house, it can be a condo, how big, how renovated, and in what kind of area. Those elements matters a lot. So you need to take a breath and talk to somebody that's going to guide you to what really matters to you. That being said, we're gonna finish this presentation with a little yes. So the assessment value was the topic of the province, and the CBC News was talking about the market. So on one side we have the assessment value, on the other side we have the market value. And all the homeowners in BC received last week, or within the last 2 weeks, their property assessment value, and it has increased. So we need to understand how this works. On the federal level, on the province level, BC Assessment comes and evaluates your property, and then communicates that evaluation to your local municipality that applies a mill rate to it, and that's gonna determine the amount of tax you gotta pay. So when you receive that letter and you open it and says, oh, your property assessment has increased by that much, 20%, 30%, 50% in 1 year. Again, this is a lot. This is extreme. So it can be flattering, but it can also mean that you're going to be paying a lot more tax, or in some cases it might not be reflecting the reality. Like, you don't feel like, okay, well, this is not the real value of my property. I don't think it is. So then you can dispute that assessed value in order to prevent, to have a more realistic, more accurate property valuation that you feel it's at once you compare to the recent sales of the property that's sold in your neighborhood. And then that will also contain the amount of tax that you gotta pay, because your tax are determined by this assessed value and the mill rate that the municipality will apply to your property. So here I have an extract of the City of Vancouver mill rate. So it basically explains you per $1,000 of your property's taxable value, you will pay that much. So it has each section's provincial school, TransLink, BC Assessment, Metro Vancouver, Municipal Finance Authority. So every time you pay a little bit to that, and that defines your tax. So the more you have an assessed value of your property, the more you're going to be paying tax. The less your property is valued, the less you're going to be paying tax. So at the end of the day, when you have the opportunity, because BC assessment is very clear about that, and they let you know, okay, well, if you want to dispute that, it's possible. You got to do it by March 31st, and then they get a panel together, and they discuss it. And yeah, in some cases, they do lower the estimation. But at the end of the day, do you really want to do that or not? Well, quick answer is depends. If you're going to stay long term in your property, yes, you might not want to have the highest valuation as possible, because then you're going to be paying a lot of tax. On the other hand, if you have a plan to schedule a sale, that you might want to have a high assets value to your, associated to your property, for the reference of potential buyers. That being said, that leads us to the last section of this presentation, which is the property selection of the new property that hit the market in Vancouver this week. And 2 days ago, this property came, and I choose it because it has the most competitive price per square foot. It's a multi-family, it's an investment property, and it's in great location. Has been renovated, and it comes with parking spots, so it makes it a great investment. And you could also, if you have access to financing, live in the house while you have a mortgage available for you. So that's another way to make yourself a homeowner. That being said, I wish you all again a happy new year, and if you have any question, please reach out to me. I'll be happy to provide you with my expertise and my help for your best interest. Great day. Thank you.